Hey there, TikTok friends. How are you today? Thanks for joining Ramblings of an Old Broad. I don't know what I am, because they passed the big, beautiful bill in the House. Now it goes to the Senate. I think I reposted a video for you guys to see where the orange one said he wasn't going to touch Medicaid, he wasn't going to touch Medicare, and he wasn't going to touch Social Security. That's what he said during his campaign. $900 billion from Medicaid. Gutting $900 billion. There's going to be about $500 billion by the end of this year out of Medicare. So those seniors that have Medicare and Medicaid will lose a lot. But here's the thing. I happen to have a secondary insurance. I have Medicare and a secondary insurance. It got to the point where Medicare Advantage programs were not being accepted by the hospitals because they didn't pay. And I understand that because I worked on the hospital side. Let me tell you something about what's going to happen. If Medicare and Medicaid is not prevalent, hospitals are going to go into debt. Think about it. All the people who have Medicaid and maybe Medicare or Medicaid are going to be going to the hospital, to the emergency room, and they won't have money to pay. Is the hospital going to be able to consume that debt? After a while, no. They're going to have to close because they will go bankrupt. Doctors' offices rely on Medicare and Medicaid. So many doctors' offices could go in debt and have to close, because we won't be able to go to them because our insurance won't be good enough. And if those of you with commercial insurance thinks this is not going to affect you, you're wrong. Because if your hospital closes, you won't have anywhere to go. He's burned down our government. And now he's burning down America. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. I'm not exaggerating. What is in that bill will kill people. There will be people who die. There will be a lot of people who die because they do not have care for a chronic ailment. Cancer, for one. The disabled will not be able to get food because they're decimating SNAP. Children, a lot of children will have to go without food. Here's my thing. They care so much about you having an abortion. But what's worse? Getting an abortion, and I do mean like within like 6 or 8 weeks, getting an abortion or bringing that child into this current world and letting it starve to death. Oh, wait, that's just like third world countries. Isn't it Sudan, where we've taken away USAID and they're starving? The Gaza Strip, 14,000 kids who, if they don't get food in the next day or two, are going to start dying. there's blood on their hands. And there's blood on our hands because of it. You don't think that people aren't going to blame you as an American for what goes on for this administration? They're going to blame you. They're not going to want to come here. Your tourist dollars are gone. The money that would have been coming into this country will be gone. But our administration will be spending, because that's what they've been doing. They've been spending. And I don't know a lot about it, but this land deal that's in there will give people like Muskrat a chance to buy land that we before had as sacred and could not be bought. That's the way it is. He wants to buy the land because it has, I think it's lithium. Anyway, something to do with the batteries for his electric cars. So another piece of land is going to be totally destroyed for some rich guy because he's friends with Trump. Oops, the orange one. I sometimes forget their code names. I don't think I have enough followers that TikTok is worried about me. If I get a lot of followers, they might be. But right now, they don't seem to care. I don't mean to scare anyone, but I want your eyes to be open. I told my youngest daughter today, sell everything you own and take my grandson, who will be 17 tomorrow, to another country. Because when he turns 18, they're going to draft him. Because they're going to have to put the draft back on, because people are going to be dropping out of the military because of what he's wanting them to do, which goes against their principles. And some of them are going to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going against our own people. I'm not grabbing them off the street. I'm not doing that. Because they took an oath. And the oath is to the United States of America first, then the president. And some of them are saying no. And it's better for me to get out of the military than have to fight that, because that's what's going to happen. And hold on to your guns, because that could be next, and you're going to need them. You're going to need them. Thanks for joining Ramblings of an Old Broad. I think I had some other things to say, but of course they went out of my head. That's why I call it Ramblings. I love you all, and I want the best for everybody. And we're not getting the best. Stand up, protest, call your congressman, do whatever you can. Do whatever you can. Have a good day. Bye.